Hello, 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 hello there. Welcome into the Carl Weber's The Family Business Season 5, Episode 5, live after show. I'm going to give people time to come on in here so we can get settled. We can chop it up. We got a lot to discuss. We finally are getting a little bit more oomph put into the episodes, y'all, and we have so much that we get to unpack in this episode. I'm really excited to talk with y'all about it. If you are already in here, shout out to you, but feel free to drop in your ratings for the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you rate the episode? You can also share who's your favorite character. You can also share what's your favorite storyline right now. Tell me all of that and more as we give it a couple minutes for more people to trickle in, and then we can go ahead and get started. While we wait for that to happen, I'm going to go ahead and update my little outline because I got bullet points, y'all. I got me a little list or whatever because I wasn't playing no games. Like, I'm like, I don't want to miss nothing. I want to hit every single beat. So we finna do it. And I'm excited. I'm so very excited. Thank y'all for liking the live. Everybody who has already liked it, thank you so much. Yo, I swear I thought I unmuted this mic. I swear I thought I pressed this little button. When I be thinking I be on point, I still be off. What the? I did a whole intro, a whole everything, was feeling it, was vibing. Side note, do y'all like my hair? I stayed up until 5 this morning. I rebraided all of my front this to the last night or yesterday into last night. And I kind of love it. I kind of love it a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was muted at the top of this. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, drop your ratings. Welcome in. Also, share with me who's your favorite character or what's your favorite storyline right now. I feel like we are finally getting to some business. We're in episode 5, and this episode felt like, even though it wasn't a ton of action, it felt much more faster paced. It felt like we were picking up a little bit of energy. It felt like there was more to drop into, and we're getting to the point of the season, and now all the conflict is really about to ramp up. So I'm really excited to unpack everything that happened in this episode. I think that we have a lot that we can actually talk about. And right now I'm like typing my little outline real quick. Hey Vaughn, welcome in, boo. I'm I'm typing my little outline real quick. I gave a shout out to Mo.J when I was muted because I'm on my Mo.J right now, doing this real quick. So I make sure I don't miss not a beat, not one beat. And while I'm going to type this up real quick while y'all are dropping y'all's ratings on a scale of 1 to 10 and sharing, you know, your favorite characters and whatnot. I'm so sorry that it was muted, y'all. Like, that just blew me a little bit, but I'm not going to get discouraged while I'm on live. I could cry about it later. Cry about my inconsistency later. I can't with myself at times. Okay. Major people in the episode, right? This is this. Okay, and shout out to the commenter. I didn't pull it up. I meant to pull it up, but shout out to the commenter who was like, who the hell is Marie? In my last breakdown for the family business, I was like, oh, Marie DeVoe. That's not the lady name. That's not the lady name. Her name is Dominique. And I was calling her Marie all throughout that. But also, I don't care because she's a raggedy hoe. So there's that. But that's to clarify. If you are watching right now, thank you. You were right. I was wrong. There is no damn Marie. And I definitely got it wrong. But I don't care. I care a little bit. But I really don't care for real. Because her character, I can't wait for her to catch a bullet too. Like, she's about to get on Consuela's list if you ask me. All right. What else? Roman. Drop y'all's ratings, y'all. We're gonna jump into it. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss a beat. And if you once you see this list, if you think I'm missing something, tell me up front, because we're gonna go in. We finna go in. Is his name Antonio? All it's too many names to remember. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. Oh, why didn't it do that? Shit. There we go. Didn't I type unalive? Okay. Am I missing anything, y'all? That's the main thing that happened. Come on, I'm going. Can I highlight this? This was a big moment for me, and I didn't realize how big it was going to be. I think that's everything. Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Let your good sis know. Do we got everything that we need to talk about on this list? Let me see what y'all rating the episode. Okay. Kofi gives it an 8 out of 10. Kimberly Felder gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Angela gave it a 7. Aaron M. Hey boo, welcome in. Gave it a 7. Shari, what you rate it? Oh, you finally caught up. The thumbnail from your episode 3 live made me catch up because I was like, who that girl with? Listen, who that girl with Junior? That's what we trying to figure out. Honestly, that's what we still trying to figure out. What are you doing here, Ariana? What are you doing here? What are you doing? But we gonna get into Junior's ass. Okay, Virgo Queen gave it a 6. You like the fact that Niles is alive. Okay, Kofi loves Curtis and the storyline of Niles being alive. That is definitely something that gives us such a great place to go. Like, yeah. Yes, we love it. Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me put that there. All right. Oh, Robinson, you can't get the show in Jamaica, so you're using it live to keep you updated. Well, I don't like that because you having it spoiled for you. I mean, I think we, put on a little bit of show. I think I have a little bit of flair. Definitely got some rants. I'm definitely unhinged often, right? But I don't know if I'm as good as the show. I want you to be able to watch the show. Can you check out like VPNs and see if you can switch your, like, if you get a VPN, then you can switch to America. I need to reach out to some VPN companies and like they need to offer me some discounts or something, because I have so many people who are watching me from like South Africa, so many people who are watching me from the Caribbean, and a lot of people come and say that they can't watch certain things, and I hate that for y'all. But if you get a VPN, then you can switch and say it'll look like your internet will look like you're in America, and then you get to watch whatever the hell we got, and I love that for y'all. So I hate that we spoiling it. But you're here and you're entertained, so, don't leave. You don't want to leave. I just hate being the one to spoil things for people. Anyway, Angela says her favorite character is Vegas. I don't even know how much of Vegas we're going to really get. Like, Vegas feels like Garnish often. Like, he comes through when needed and certainly when necessary. I definitely could use a lot more of him, but I feel like I'm not allowing myself to get too attached to Vegas, because I feel like Carl is using him as Garnish and not as like a full-on main character, which kind of leads me back to like Junior and me having beef with him about his positioning within the family, because it don't make no sense, but we gonna get into that. I kind of want to go in the order I have it. So like Rio in Nevada, Roman, Paris, and then Junior for last. How y'all like that order? Kimberly says, I wonder what story did Donna give Junior for him to not be upset with her too? Did he not question her giving him up and not saying anything until now? I need to hear that conversation. I need to hear that conversation too, because Donna is a slick talker and a charming lady, but she ain't that damn slick. Okay? She really ain't that damn slick. All right. We're going to start with Rio and Nevada, because I think that this is the most unnecessary storyline, the most who gives a damn storyline that we actually have. And it's so freaking frustrating. We start the episode off at the club. This is the party that I don't remember the drug dealer's name. The crew that Roman is in now, the leader of that crew, that guy, the guy who Roman saved his life, bust a cap and they robbed that man of his G's. That guy, right? They were supposed to go to the party. He wasn't originally wanting to go, but then he agreed to go. while I appreciate the party, they could have spared me with all the little fire throwers, and they could have given me more context in reference to this party, in reference to who is there, what's going down there, and why it's going down. Because why don't we see Roman with the dude, the drug dealing dude, at all? Like, I still feel like I needed to see Roman make the transition from kicking it with the boy he came with to now running up behind the champ. And if Lauren was supposed to be the tie to that, then why did it look like when the champ walked in, Roman was right behind him? I didn't really understand that. And I feel like I need that further clarity. Like, I don't know, like, this week has been a very interesting week for BET series, whether it's BET or BET Plus, because the sister episode as well left a lot of gaps where you needed to like use your imagination and come up with the scenario that would get you from one place to the next yourself. And like, while that's cool and all, leaving space for, you know, the audience imagination to work because it pulls you in, it's a really great screenwriting tool to make sure that the audience stays engaged. Sometimes when you do it too much, or when you leave too much space, too much openness, then it winds up costing you, and the audience gets confused. Like, I really could not understand for the life of me, how in the hell did Roman get so close to the champ so quickly? Like, it almost just seemed like he came in with him. And when he was explaining it to Brandon later, it seemed less like that. But it's like, we already done seen all of this stuff go down now. So now you're like trying to have a little bit of a revisionist history and clean it up. And I didn't necessarily like that. I love that he ended up with the champ, right? Like, but I would have loved for that whole montage of the party, of the club scene, to really visually just tell a story, aside from like us seeing exactly how sexy Paris ass is, because she's always going to give sexy, she's always going to give I'll take your man, she's always going to give look at me, look at me, look at me. But like, what else is happening? Who else is there? And I think that this can go back to the last episode, like when we were talking last week on live, and I was talking to y'all about how I feel like the flashbacks had a lot of missed opportunities because they didn't identify visually the brothers. They could have added additional things to add further depth. Them not actually getting a little bit more specific within this club scene, I think also did a disservice for them, because it could have also given us really great development in reference to the social aspect for the world that these people are living in. If the champ is here, and this is a crossover from the Black Hamptons, clock that T, that got me excited. Also, who else is here? This party is supposed to be big. Like, what else is going on? Who else could potentially be in the spot? And not necessarily a part of this particular part of the storyline, but also just create additional tension. See who Roman sees, who he actually knows, because we started the season off with Roman not knowing who the Dunkins was, not understanding this, not understanding that, but he knows enough to go and try to get plugged in with a crew. So like, where is he? Like, this could have been a really great opportunity, not only to connect him to the champ and give him somewhere else to go with the whole Lauren character and all of that, but like really help us better understand where this boy is in the hierarchy of like criminal life, and what his understanding is. Is it growing? Is he getting more open? Like, we're seeing, you know, when he had to go talk to his mom or whatever, and I'm supposed to be talking about Rio and Nevada, now I'm on Roman, but I'm gonna come back to them. He went to go see his mama need a kidney, he also need more money. That means he's gonna have to do more jobs, he needs more access, and maybe this little penny-henny drug dealer who almost got his muffin cap pill back ain't gonna be enough. This freaking club scene, in addition to like pairing him with the champ, could have been a really great opportunity for him to see some other like bosses and like make a mental note, at least not even necessarily go up to them, but make a mental note of seeing how niggas move and seeing who the next person he gonna get is, or something like that. Like, I don't know. I could be asking for too much, but those are just my thoughts, y'all. Of course, in the chat, let me know what your thoughts are in relation to that. But going back to Rio, Nevada, Rio opens it up and he's at the top. So apparently this is like their club, I guess, I'm assuming. And, you know, he's giving, you know, Cirque du Soleil, he's giving fun. This is where the hell Rio needs to be. Nevada comes in talking about Brandon is back in town. I got a ping. Sir, you done got yourself a fake ID and then snuck your ass into the club, gonna cost Rio his liquor license just so that you can come and tell him that this boy that he looking for, that he shouldn't be looking for, is actually back in town, so he can continue to look for him. Nevada, take your ass home. Ain't just past your bedtime. This is what I'm talking about with frickin' frack being goofy. Like, this is so unnecessary. Rio, you do club shit, bro. You turn up, you give a look, you give the vibes, you make the parties fun. Stick to that. You are not an assassin, you are not a bounty hunter, you are not a killer, bro. I have yet to hear LC, Duncan, and or Chippy say that they sent your ass off the mercenary school like they did Sasha, like they did Paris. Your ass learned how to make some drinks and throw that glitter up in your hair. You need to stay focused. And this brings me to my second point about Rio, because I want to be on his ass about this, because you so excited to go run down on Brandon because he back in town. Meanwhile, Roman is prancing his ass with the champ all around the damn club, and you ain't run up on him. That's the one who actually was with it. That's the one who actually was like leading in like Duncan's who? And you sitting up there getting jiggy with it and shit right with him. This is the stuff that makes me like, I can't take Rio seriously. Drop this vendetta because it's going to lead you nowhere. Best case right now, y'all, he kills Brandon. Okay. Does that make you feel better? Because you're not going to be able to drop Roman off. Like, I just don't understand what Rio thinks he's going to get from this when everybody else has already moved on. That was my thoughts so far on Rio, Nevada. I'm going to stop here because it's going to start to get a little rancy. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. How y'all feeling about Rio, Nevada in this episode? And just said that's why I like Vegas, cool, calm, and collected, just enough to keep coming back. You knew Lil Vegas was gonna pull up and do nothing. He ain't even pull up and get his dick wet. He ain't even pull up and have a good time. He pulled up to do some clownery. I would have respected him more if he pulled up and tried to pull a baddie. The party was a push towards the Black Hamptons. Now, y'all, I'm so pissed because I'm not caught up with the Black Hamptons, and I didn't have time to do it today because I was really working a lot. I was working so much, and I really wanted to watch the Black Hamptons before I got on this live because I'm not caught up, but I'm going to catch up now because Ron Rico's character is one of the characters that I really love from the Black Hamptons. And I'm like, if they about to do crossovers, and I don't recall them doing any other crossovers before this, like this is low-key iconic. And then pairing them with Paris, like Javicia, girl, you know you look good. You know you're going to give chemistry. Like, I am totally here for Paris and Niles, even though they're going to have to work some things out because you did some shady shit to him. But I'm also like, not Paris and the Champ, because this low-key eats. Paris and the Champ eats. Paris and this 2000 silvery, like, yeah, this eats. When I saw Paris, I was like, oh, this episode is a wrap. It's a done deal. This shit is fire. Loved every bit of it. Okay, let me get back to reading the chat, y'all. Y'all know I go on a tangent and whatnot. Paris and Lauren were looking good. Yes, Lord. Come on, Kofi. Oh my God. Yes, sir. That's what you said. Virgo Queen says, I feel Rio should have been walking around mingling to see who was in the spot instead of dancing. Roman was right under his nose and he's supposed to be looking for him so bad. Exactly. You really not about this. You are totally new to this. You are not true to this, and it's fine, babes, because everything is not for everybody. Like, can you just be the fire ass socialite, the legit business person within y'all's family? You are the man who's going to bail everybody out with the bar money. Be that, own that, eat that. Hi, Samarty. I know no other reviews the show. You just started 3 weeks ago. You started reviewing it? I'll check it out. If you go on Instagram and DM me a link to your channel and I will check it out. You review? If you review, that's what you're saying. I might be reading this wrong, child. But there are some other dope people who review. I haven't been reviewing every single episode. So if you want like other people who have talked about it before, one person who I went to is EJ, the TV junkie. She's really great. Like, I don't really watch any other reviewers on this, but there are some others. So I think she does a panel with some really cool people, but I typically go to EJ. But then I got to keep it cute because I've been trying to avoid all of the book spoiler content, and EJ has read the book. So if you want like full in-depth, full exploration and like tying in the book stuff, then EJ is your girl. But if you want like just focus on the show, trying to dodge all of the book spoilers, then I'm your girl. But thank you so much. That feels like such a really, really great compliment. Thank you. What is the name of the song Paris is dancing? I don't know, but I can look it up. I'm gonna make a note to myself, Tori, and I'm gonna put a link once I find it in my breakdown, because I'm working on my breakdown as soon as I get off of here. I cannot wait to record it. Rio may be trying to get a relationship. Wait, y'all clock that? Because I'll be too frustrated with Rio to fully be paying attention. All I saw him doing was dancing and talking to Nevada. So, like, what relationship? Tori says some characters from the family business was in the Black Hamptons. Oh, Alexander Cora. Oh, wait. I think I do remember Alexander Cora from there. But I like stopped, I think, when he got introduced. So I gotta pick it back up. Smarty says, yes, Rio Nevada gives Scooby-Doo vibes all day. And even Scooby is like cute with it. Y'all ain't even cute. Y'all look simple. Like, stop. Just please. And if y'all want to give detective vibes, if y'all want to do, like, play with something safer, Rio is like tucked with the gun, watching LoJack tongue his sister down. Like, it don't even take all that. Like, even if you just want to run up on him, maybe that's also part of my issue. Like, cool, you actually want to come face to face with the people who robbed your mama and you. Cool. But it feels very much so like Rio is trying to kill these people or trying to harm them. And I'm like, that to me is taking it too far for a Rio and for this particular infraction. If he was just trying to, like, run up on them and let them know, like, this is my family, don't ever do that shit again, cool. But, like, I feel like Rio, similar to Paris, like to do too damn much. But he's just ill-equipped. He ain't Paris, but he think he Paris. Lauren and Roman seem more of a friend connection. I don't know, Tori. I don't know about that, boo. I don't know about that. Y'all, I realized in watching this episode that I really, really enjoy slow burns. I really enjoy seeing romances bud from, like, friendship. I really enjoy the withdrawal and the lack of, like, love bombing and obsession immediately that I feel like is, like, constantly pushed and we are inundated with our media. To me, Lauren and Roman gave, like, the beginning of Sasha and Elijah in reference to, like, the innocence of it, right? Sasha and Elijah had very traumatic circumstances setting it up. Lauren and Roman are meeting at a very, like, happy time. Cool. No issue, no extra drama, no extra conflict. Cool. But the nature, the exchange, the innocence, it felt very similar. And I was like, okay, Carl, you know I was on your head about my girl Sasha because I feel like I was just robbed, right? I feel like I was robbed. I feel like we were robbed. If you needed Elijah and Sasha in your veins like I did, we were robbed. But Carl might be swinging the block. He might be swinging the block. And I'm here for it. I'm looking at Roman, and maybe I need to go on to him. Oh, he's next anyway. I'm looking at Roman, and I'm like, this boy looks so awkward and confused and, like, not trying to do too much. And I love that. Because you have, like, the Bobbies, right? You had the champs who got the swagger and who got the, yeah, I'm smooth, I'm cool. And that's cool and all. That might catch me every now and again, too. But the dude who, like, seems genuinely interested, that he's nervous, that he's awkward, that he's fumbling a little bit, that he, like, is maintaining eye contact in a very specific way that don't feel like you can see me naked kind of way. That shit is sexy to me. Like, sexy AF. Yeah. So I don't think that the friend connection is that bad. I think that we are really at the beginning and it could be something. It's going to be complicated just given who this man is and who she is. But, you know, it's a start. Alexander and his son, along with the champ, are all on Black Hamptons. I knew that the champ was on the Black Hamptons because the champ was messing with Black China character, I think. I'm going to go rewatch the whole thing because I don't even remember the episode and season I left off on. I think I watched the first season, part of the second season. Don't it got 3 seasons? Something like that. I'm going to catch up. I have a feeling Roman is going to end up working for the Duncans. For sure. For sure. Didn't Rio act like this with Sebastian? Yeah, his little thirsty ass seemed like he wanted Sebastian, and Sebastian was never checking for him. Never. Never ever checking for him. Bobby the Beast, previous connection on Black Hamptons, he was recurring. Bobby cut in the dance with Paris, yes. Roman seemed low key. Why Bobby does a lot in the club? Exactly. LoJack's character was on the Black Hamptons too. Child, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight, y'all. He was eyeing Lauren down like, brother, if you staring, go ahead and holler. Tell him, Kofi. Tell him. Tell him. All right, so we're on the Roman character. My only criticisms about his particular character arc is, like I mentioned at the beginning, we in the club and it seems like he came in with Bobby versus giving us the full setup and like how they actually interacted. I would have loved to see how he kind of fell into Bobby's entourage, what happened to Bobby's entourage, because you make it back and like where is the point where he lets his people or his security go, because if I remember correctly he was moving with security on the Black Hamptons, but I digress. He ends up back at Bobby's house because, Paris is taking Bobby home. Bobby don't realize it. The champ don't realize it. Paris took you home. You think that you took Paris home, but Paris took you home. The same way that you was like, you want to come in my section? Like, let's go ahead and continue this little dance moment we got. And she's like, yeah, no, I ain't doing that, but you can come to mine. Paris took your ass home. She had a plan the whole entire time. She knew she was going to ride that thing. She knew she was going to have a ball. And thank God you satisfied her. Meanwhile, Roman and Lauren are downstairs playing pool, watching TV, kicking it. Lauren agreed to come for a couple hours, and Paris' ass is here all damn night, knocking her goddamn head between the headboard. Like, I love Paris' character so much, but Lord, girl, like, you gotta, like, please, Paris, at some point, please. But then also I'm looking at her and I'm just like, you know what? You young, you fine. Do your thing. Do your thing, 21. So Roman, when he goes and he's like, or when Brandon runs up on him later on at his house, it seems like he really does love Lauren, or not like Lauren a lot in the way that he's talking about her to Brandon, and that further confirms like all the little awkwardness, the little like interesting look, the consistent eye contact, even the whole like you sleeping on one little armchair and she sleeping on another, and you ain't complain, you ain't say nothing, you ain't go home, you ain't leave her ass there, you just wanted to be around sis. And it's like, that's what we want to see. That's what we really love to see. Now, on a less like upbeat and hopeful note, like I mentioned, he winds up going to the hospital, learning that his mama need a kidney transplant. He gonna have to come up with some more money. He gonna have to go talk to the administration. And I saw one, so like, spoiler alert, and mute me. Okay, I gotta come up with some like hand signals or something. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my hand up while I'm saying the spoiler. If you do not want this spoiler that is seemingly coming from the books, and I saw by accident when I was scrolling through like a Facebook page or two, and I was on EJ page, and like I think she mentioned it. Once I take my hand down, that means you can unmute, okay? But this is a spoiler potentially. I don't know if it's the fact or true because I didn't investigate because I'm trying not to spoil it for myself. But I feel like this kidney storyline is going to tie into Roman's true paternity, because of course he's probably going to get tested to see if he's a match. He's going to probably come back not a match. And what they're saying with some of the book people and some of the Facebook group people is saying is that Roman is actually Chippy's son. So I actually was looking at this scene not only in being able to understand like, okay, he need to get back out here, he need to hustle up, hit another lick, make some more money so that he can get his mama a kidney. But also this could be potentially one of the storylines that help branch and take him towards the Duncans quicker. And I'm here for it. Okay. I think that's it. All right. I'm not going to reference anything else. Okay. I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to give y'all a chance in the chat, actually. If you listen to that and you want to chime in, then do so. Because I'm going to hold my hand up like this, say what you got to say, and then I'm going to delete it so I can try to protect anybody who is not trying to hear the spoiler. This is how much I care about y'all's viewing experience Anybody want to chime in on if Roman could potentially be Chippy's baby? Which at this point, I'm kind of like, y'all already got the junior paternity thing going. I don't know if I need too many more secret babies. I'm gonna do this arm. Purple Love says sound good. That makes sense. About Roman, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to give whoever time. You want to add a thought? Well, that means it would be weird if he and Lord got together. Exactly. That's why I said in the beginning it was going to be like complicated. But it makes it even sweeter that she's a virgin and they didn't sleep together. Like, I think we're going to have a bunch of like near misses with them getting close, and maybe she wants him eventually, she might want him to be the first, and then around that same time this information go come out. I think I could be here for that. Virgo Queen says I could see that, especially with her being a working girl back in the day. Angela says it makes sense because the lady in the short hair said, why was he paying attention to the Duncans? Tori says spoilers, Rio and Roman are identical in the book. Show has its own version. Alright. Okay, and this is no shade to y'all. No shade to y'all. I'm going to delete the spoilers out the chat because I did just read them. Just so that we can protect other people's view and experience. Oh, I just removed that. Oh, I didn't mean to pin it. Damn it. I'm going to delete. Okay. Interesting. All right, no more spoilers. Only predictions and like guesses. Your best guess, but if you know for sure, don't you say that shit. Okay. So, if you were watching and you didn't want to have any spoilers, you're now safe to come back and unmute and like view the chat. So I think that that's going to be interesting. And with every new episode, I'm getting more and more intrigued by the Roman character, even though I don't know. How y'all feel about how he carry himself? This is like such a tangent. But Roman, like, he fine. But him in that little weak ass puffer jacket and them straight leg pants, like, I'm trying to get a read on who he is. And I love the like innocence in reference to like him with Lauren and like not trying to go too fast and not trying to be super swaggy or whatever. But then he also is very much a killer, so don't push him. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to categorize him. Because in one moment he giving Dweeb, and that's no shade. It's just a word to help you understand what I'm thinking. In one instance, he giving Dweeb, and in the next instant, he giving Ruthless Killer. And I'm just like, so they got archetypes for like, well, you know what? What's old boy Ronnie on Power Book 3? But see, Roma is a little bit more socially inept, or like less socially awkward than Ronnie. But like maybe this is the beginning of like how a Ronnie gets made. Oh, Angela says he is fine, but I don't think he really knows it. That's it, Angela. That's the one. And I think that's the thing that's really drawing me into him, because I love a fine Negro who don't know he fine. Oh, yes. Okay, what's the other beats from Roman? Make sure I got everything. I don't know why Brandon brought his ass back from Georgia. Because your mama said that this man was looking for you, so you brought your ass back to be found? Like, make it make sense. And that's it. I touched on all his beats. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Y'all want to sound off and say anything else about Roman from this episode? Virgo Queen says, I like him so far. He has a little mystique about him. Plus, he has his bad side. Yeah. Roman is very laid back, Tori. He is very laid back. And we low-key love it for him. Roman has innocence and doesn't want others to clock it. Because at the end of the day, he really just doing this because he feels like he don't have no other choice and he needs a lot of money quickly. Which I feel like they could lean into that more. Like, they need to give us more context. And honestly, I feel like his affiliation with Brandon is not actually providing enough. So, like, spare us on any of the minutes that you're going to use for him to have conversations with Brandon and show us him, like, navigating the apartment, like, maybe cooking for himself. Did he have a job at one point and get fired? And then now he's trying to, like, make more money very quickly. Like, give me something. And now that y'all done piqued my damn interest with Lauren and Roman romance, y'all gonna have to give Lauren some more screen time so I can understand Miss Mamas. Because aside from her being a virgin and that intriguing the hell out of me, and of course she's cute, y'all haven't told me much nothing except for when she rolled up on Sonya last season. And it pissed me off, and I wrote her off in that one moment. When Sonya had to go get the gun for her, I was like, okay, bet. And if you gotta shoot that hoe in the kneecap, then that's what it gotta be. But see, now y'all got me rooting for her. She giving all types of innocent and like pure and like untainted Duncan, but fully capable, but don't really want to do that. So y'all got to give me some more context as it pertains to Miss Lauren, so I can really like solidify my place with her. Because I ain't like how she did Sonya. I ain't like that no, he jacked the Duncans, but he has his reasons. He's trying to save his mom. Yes, you so right, Kimberly. You so right. Virgo Queen says Roman here to replace Junior Goofy ass with the Duncans. Period. And listen, I need them to hop to it as it pertains to that, because you running over here, and we're gonna talk about Junior last because I'm gonna get in his ass. But you running over here trying to build up Duncan Light Incorporated, complaining about your position, not realizing, babe, that there are Duncan kids all over this goddamn place, and you can be replaced, ho. If you really don't want your seat at the table, cool. We got somebody who's going to greatly appreciate it and probably going to do much better. I'm going to save it, because when I tell y'all I'm on Junior's ass, I'm on it. We're going on to Paris, though, y'all. We're going on to Paris. Little Miss Paris. Little Miss cute ass Paris. Y'all drop all y'all thoughts about Paris in this episode while I tell y'all my little 3 bullet points that I got from her and what she did in this episode. Okay. Paris and the Champ. We saw it. We loved it. It gave vibes. Ronrico Lee is just so brilliant. I love him. He's one of our icons. So many of our icons are in this show, but cool. Great chemistry. Love that. I am so interested in seeing where this goes and if anything continues, because the way that Paris left him the morning after, he was very much so wanting more, very much so saying he gonna call her, he gonna see about her. And when Niles presents himself, yes, he got beef, and yes, you shish kebabbed his ass, fried him, deep fried him, if you will. But part of me, the hopeless romantic in me, is like, no, but Niles is coming back and he still love her. That's why he ain't put a bullet in her from 200 feet away. Yeah, because he could have sniped her, killed her, and been done with it just as retribution, because he was mad. Him dangling these carrots, sending these blue ass flowers, and doing all this extra stuff means that his heart is still involved. Y'all mean to tell me that I have the potential to see Christian Keys and Ronrico Lee fighting over Paris? Sign me up, baby. Sign me up. Yes. Please and thank you. Immediately. Yo, Niles is alive. Paris didn't stay long enough to see all of the bodies. And I'm like, girl, you blew up part of a building, the whole floor in the building, if you will. You think that the one body coming out of here underneath this sheet has to be Niles and nobody else? You're slipping, Miss Mamas. You very much so slipping. And shout out to Javicia, because in addition to her being stunning and gorgeous, I think that she is playing these beats so well. Like, my heart started to skip a couple beats when we were watching her like get the news from Curtis's episode that no, this man is still alive, this is what happened, I lost his trail. Like, you could just see it. She did such a great job of building up the like emotional and like internal angst and anxiety tied to like getting this reveal. I think that Javicia is doing such a beautiful job as Paris. Like, I love her down for this. I'm excited. I'm excited for Niles to pop back up. I don't want Carl Weber to do us how Tyler was doing us over on All the Queen's Man, because they keep alluding to his ass over there, the concierge, and then he don't pop up. Like, Christian, I get it, you busy and whatnot, but bring your ass to these shows because we want to see you, babes. I don't want to get to the very end of this season and then Niles pops up. Like, now that she knows that he's still alive, now that she knows that Curtis can't find a scent on him, have no idea where he is now, I need his ass to at least appear for us. Maybe not to her, but appear for us, the audience, next episode. I need to see him immediately, Carl Weber. I need him to tell me what's going on. I need to understand what his plan is, or at least see some visuals that could help me give predictions of what I think his plan is. Because yes, immediately, yes, we need more Niles immediately. And then other than that, Paris was, responsible for outing. Well, she ain't outed her to nobody else. Outed her to the audience. Outed Lauren for being a virgin. And she talking about some, what are you, gay? Being gay is fine. Paris, not everybody got a hot box like you, girl. Not everybody is trying to throw that ass back. Relax. But I did love the scene, y'all. I love the little cousin moment. I love, like, it gave very much so natural, for real, black family. Absolutely loved it. Let me see what y'all saying about Paris. Kimberly says Paris's confidence is through the roof, and I love it. Yes. Yes. Bobby the Beast is thirsty after Paris. He forgot about Karen. Niles knew where Paris lives, sending flowers. Yep, sorry. Angela says Paris is showing vulnerability towards Niles. I like how she knows Niles is different from the rest of her conquest. Yep. Love that. Love that. Kobe says Javicia Leslie has no business being this fine. I mean, damn, can I holler? Go ahead and shoot your shot, Kofi. Go ahead and shoot your shot. I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna tag her. Let me know if you actually cool with that, friend. I'm gonna do it. I agree. Niles versus Bobby could be a thing. Why don't she tell her parents about this? Listen, I'm too busy stuck on the aesthetic that she gave, the vibe that she gave, the pleasure that she was able to receive. But that is still a very real question. I'm so glad you brought it up, Kofi, because when are you going to tell your daddy that's a contract on his head, Paris? And not only that, but the man that was tasked with doing it, you thought you killed to solve the problem, even though it didn't solve the problem. And then come to find out his ass ain't dead. When you gonna let somebody know, girl? Virgo Queen says Shippy. Oh, that was for the whole other thing. I don't want to do spoilers. Virgo Queen does say though, Paris talking to Curtis was a moment she realized she f***ed up. But sis looked good in this episode. Go ahead and clock it, don't she? She done f***ed up, but she looked good while she was f***ing up. Okay, y'all still talking about what we was talking about before, but no spoilers on screen. Yeah, those are my thoughts about Paris. I kind of want to open the Discord before I go on to Junior. Let me do that. So if you want to call in, you can do so via Discord and sound off, and you can just sound off about any character other than Junior, because Junior is going to be the final segment of this live, y'all, and it's going to be a lot to get into. I'm definitely going to keep the open the Discord back up again specifically for Junior, but if you want to sound off, keep it to other characters other than Junior and Donna. Kimberly says, I'm really afraid for Paris. She has no idea where Niles is and what he's going to do. Probably will happen in the finale, though. Do we really think that Niles wants to take Paris's life? I'm not. I get why she's so anxious because, girl, you fucked up. But I don't know. Something in me just won't let me believe that. It just won't let me believe that he wants to kill her. But that could just be me, y'all. Paris tells Elsie about Niles, the so-called man who she wanted to be serious with. Orlando saw Niles seasons ago when he went to Paris to see Paris and Rio, or get Paris and Rio from Spain. Yep. Okay. Hey, Kofi.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Vibing. How you feeling?
Uh, good. Happy Thursday.
Thank you.
So, what's up? Um, like I said, this episode was solid. I mean, it still feels like a calm before the storm, but you
Mm-hmm.
slowly see the pieces coming together. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
So, I'm expecting stuff to hit the fan in the next few episodes really soon. And
Like what? What do you think
I
is
just
gonna? What do you think is gonna hit the fan? Like how is it gonna
like
materialize?
this Niles thing about to come up. I don't know if Christian Key. I keep seeing him in the title card, so it's like at some point he's supposed to. I think he finna pop up, but when is the question? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, Eris, baby girl, why don't you tell Elsie and Chippy about what's going on so they can come up with a plan? Like for real, like. I know you went to Curtis because he's the best bounty hunter in the family and like he knows how to track people. But still, like this is something you should have divulged to the family. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
this is not good. This is not
Literally.
good. So yeah.
Literally.
So it's like yeah. The Roman character intrigues me a little bit. Like he's giving. I mean, man, a few words, but fuck around and find out type of vibe too. Like
For sure.
very very calm.
Yeah.
And yeah, the interaction with him and Lauren was I peeped it. I mean, it reminds me of a little bit of Elijah and Sasha. So hopefully, that it doesn't end like them. That they actually. Then again, if he's related to them, that could be a problem too. So I don't know about all that, but still, yeah.
No spoilers,
And
Kofi. That part.
that's right, but yeah, but also like yeah, like I said, this was a very calm episode. You know,
Really? You thought it was calm?
I mean, it was chaotic, but it wasn't like action packed. It was like I said, it set up different beats. Like it's setting the foundation for what's coming down the pipeline. That's
Mm.
what I meant when I
I feel
said
like
that. So
I wish that Carl could figure out how to do setups, like, because I agree that there's setup in here, but it still felt a lot faster paced. It felt a lot more engaging than the first 4 episodes of this season, and I feel like if Carl could figure out how to do his setups like episode 5 from episode 1, then we would be cooking with gas the whole 10 episodes in a season. I'm not going to say that this was fully a setup episode because for Carl, 1 and 2 for sure are definitely setups, and then those to me were like almost um agonizingly slow and
yeah, I
agonizingly specific to setup.
yeah I agree. I mean, they were kind of slow. And I kind of got found wanting, but regardless, like I enjoyed the episodes for what they were. Yeah, and it was. I mean, I don't know what I have to look forward to. I mean, there's a lot that is coming down the pipeline. Like I kind of missed LC and Chippy in this episode. I mean, but maybe we'll see him in the next one when, especially with this stuff with Junior. So it's gonna be an interesting next few episodes if I were to be honest.
For
So
sure, for sure. Kimberly Felder says,
yeah.
well, does he actually know that she put the bomb in his room, or is she just assuming that he knew? You think that he knows?
I mean, he's sending her flowers, so I believe he has a inkling it was her. I mean, he's lucky that he didn't die. I'm just saying.
You think she lucky?
It's
I
like,
think that she unlucky that he didn't die, because to try to kill a contract killer and fail feels like you a dead woman walking. But I can see what you're saying, Kimberly, in reference to maybe he doesn't know that. My only thing is like he has to know, and the thing that's making me think that is that if he did not know, I would think that he would just pop up on her. Like he wouldn't be just sending the flowers with no note, with no nothing. He would be like, you would never guess what happened, type of thing. And assuming like, oh, she didn't know, but then maybe came back and saw that, found that, and then thought that he was dead, so she moved on with her life. It would have been approached in that way. So I 90% feels like he has to know that she's the one.
yeah,
Paris
it's
doesn't like going to her parents because it makes her look incompetent. That's her problem. Not everything is about your competence, honey. Some things you just need help with. Orlando tags in people all the damn time, but he still gets business done. Paris always has something going on. She does. Tori says Paris always go after random men in the clubs with working around family. Junior Orlando chased out men who was messing with Paris seasons ago. Yep. What you about to say, Kofi?
no, I'm just saying, like she needs to go and tell her parents about what's going on so they can come up with a plan, you know?
Yeah.
But probably what they're gonna do is Curtis and Paris are probably gonna try and hunt Niles down to find him. I just feel like that's what's coming. I don't think she's gonna tell him. I think
I
she
don't think
feels like
she
she's
is
gonna handle
either. And Curtis gonna get
it.
his
Yeah,
ass cussed out because he should have said something. Even if she wasn't gonna say something, he should have gave her time to say something. And then when she didn't, yeah,
yeah. And I think what's gonna happen, two of them are gonna handle this on their own, and I'm just expecting this not to end well.
I'm about to say, because
But
if that's the
I'll be.
case, we need to expect the worst.
That's what I'm
Paris does
saying. I'm
not have a great
expecting the
track
worst.
record of making these things actually happen. Thank you, Kofi.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can come back
It's
in,
just
babe.
shit.
Go and I talk about Junior.
Yeah. Junior.
I'm
All
not talking
right.
about him yet, though. let Mimi here. All right. Hey Mimi, you there? Hey boo. I'm gonna read some comments while we wait for Mimi to join. Paris got to tell them at this point if Niles is still on his mission to kill LC. Period. What LC pop up did, she gonna be mad. Not that they actually gonna succeed. He's not gonna succeed. They can't kill LC on the show. That would just be like, ugh. They can't kill LC for at least like season 8 or 10 or something. Then maybe they can do a shake up like that. Angela says that Niles is drawing Paris to him. Come on, drawing her in. Come on. I could see that. I could totally see that. Virgo Queen says Niles is psychologically messing with Paris, so I think he knows. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm well. I don't know. My Discord is not liking me right now.
Girl, technology has been kicking my butt the past 2 days, being weird. It's
Listen,
fine.
between this and Slack at work, oh. So
want-
you said no spoilers, right?
No spoilers from the book and nothing about Junior yet. I haven't got to the Junior segment, but everything else in the episode is up for grabs.
Okay. So I was a little. So there was a section where Donna went to go see Larry.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, for some reason, I felt like, what if Larry is actually Junior's father? I know we're not talking about Junior, but I'm talking
we're
about
gonna
that
talk about
particular
John.
scene
We're gonna
'cause she
talk
was
about
so
Donna. We're gonna
comfortable.
talk about Donna with Junior, because I got thoughts about that particular visit too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll skip over that.
We're gonna come
So
back to that.
Paris, like Paris is always, she's gonna be Paris, right? Like she wants to be like from season 1, like Paris is wanted to be like the boys get to do this and all this stuff, and it's like, but you don't make the same decisions, and you have bigger consequences a lot of times. Like you can't handle your own mess.
Yep.
And I feel like this whole Niles thing, like I'm like, if you're a trained assassin, like you should know that you're always supposed to like make sure you have
confirmation, visual confirmation. Yeah, like you got to be able to put eyes on that person.
And so I was like, you know, they're showing a flashback, which is also giving her a storyline because, you know, she was on Batgirl, all that good stuff. But I was just like, you didn't stay long enough to make sure that he was dead. So, like, don't be surprised if, like, you should have known he was alive as soon as you got those Ecuadorian flowers, girl. Like,
yeah. Yep. You knew it was no damn ghost the moment you got them flowers, honey.
Yeah. I was surprised to see Bobby the Beast given what happened on Black Hamptons.
Oh, don't tell me, because I ain't seen
which I'm kind of confused about the timeline. Like, I'm like, okay, given what happened on Black Hamptons, was this before Black, you know, Angela White, aka Black China's character, the whole love triangle, or was this after? Like, I'm confused by that.
I don't know yet because I haven't finished the Black Hamptons. Now I have to go watch it because he popped up here.
Yeah,
I fell off from it, but I will update y'all and share y'all thoughts.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just saying you're going to see him on there. So when I seen him on Family Business, I'm like, I know they're using characters to connect, you know, the Carl Weber universe,
right?
But I was like, that would have been important for me. I was happy to see Alejandro. And I was surprised he agreed to join the table.
Well, girl, that's part of the junior part.
LC had kind of like,
I'm gonna intro and I'm gonna tell y'all my points about junior, and then we're gonna come back. All your points that you want to make are really in the junior section.
Oh man, okay,
it's okay. I'm about to go into it now because clearly that's where we need to go.
Okay,
all right, so come back. All right, y'all, we're gonna go into junior because that's the part that was a big part of the episode. Like, it was all fun and games when it came to Roman and when it came to Paris, but Junior's goofy ass and his goofy ass mama running around the world trying to build up Duncan Light Enterprises, the table off brand, calling it the Alliance. What are y'all allying for, actually? Y'all can't even get on the same accord. And it's wild to me, it is completely wild to me that Dominique, who I kept calling Miss Marie, Dominique, you first went to Donna so that you can get Junior to the table, and now your man is discarding Donna as if she don't matter, as if she's unimportant, as if she didn't bring the leader to the damn table. He is only sitting down with y'all. He is only attempting to like actualize this bit of his potential that he believes because of Donna, because of her emotional manipulation, because of her timing, because of all of that. So y'all playing in Miss Mama's face like she don't actually deserve to be here and she shouldn't be speaking pissed me off. And it made me even madder because I'm on Donna and Junior's head, and I hate when a show takes other characters and makes me root for the characters that are pissing me off the most and making me defend their asses. I do not want to defend no goddamn Donna Duncan, but what you're not going to do, Antonio, is playing her face as if she don't deserve to be here, as if she is not part of a big part that made this happen. And Dominique, you sitting up there looking stupid, talking about some calm down, pop down. Girl, this is not the patriarchal 1920s. We is opening our mouths and we are saying what we got to say. Now, what I'm really trying to get clarity on is, Donna, do you want to kill LC or do you want to harm LC? Because I'm of the belief that she does not actually want to kill LC. So I'm not really too pissed. Like, I'm like, girl, you being conniving, you being a hater, but you can come back from this. You trying to kill LC, you can't come back from this. And I love the beats that I loved about this particular part of the show and the story is that you see that everybody else, or at least the Italians, are misaligned with Donna. Every time that she offered up, okay, so this is the first thing that we need to do is take over the drug game. No, actually, Antonio pops up. No, that's not actually what we want to do. Actually, we want to get more people involved. Then when they have the bigger meeting at the very end, she's like, I think we should start with internationally so we don't actually run into LC or any of his business or any of his business partners first so that we can get established. Actually, you know what? You shouldn't even be here. Like, it's so much clear conflict that they're not actually on the same page, which is giving me hope of like, okay, Antonio and Dominique can want to kill LC. She could just want to harm and like build up her own enterprise dynasty, if you will. And like, there's some redeeming that can come from that, right? But going to Junior, the way that he is allowing himself to be played like a fiddle needs to be studied, because it's honestly very much so embarrassing. It's giving low-key disgusting, and I hate this for him. Like, he takes the meeting. We get to actually see the meeting that happens that we were, stopped at the last episode where Vegas spotted the Antonio and Dominique coming to the house. He sits down. They position it like, we want you to be the leader. My first question is, what in the hell makes y'all think that Junior would be a good leader? Junior, nobody's trying to sell you short, babes. Nobody's trying to hold you down, even though you swear all your life you had to fight out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, all your life you had to fight. But also, what about you gives you need to lead an entire empire in the making? Because I don't understand it. It's giving you the runner-up Duncan and a bunch of hater-ass a bunch of Duncan haters got together and you decided to be the goddamn leader because your feelings hurt. And this is stupid. In addition to him accepting the invitation to come to the table and like spearhead the damn alliance, he goes on, takes it upon himself to take his ass to Mexico to go sit down with Alejandro. And I was really surprised, because I know that Alejandro and LC ain't seeing eye to eye because of the whole Consuela thing. But I feel like Alejandro is such a grounded character that he would understand at some point. He wouldn't necessarily love it. He wouldn't necessarily just go along with it. But he got to understand to a certain extent as it pertains to family when it comes to Consuela and the whole Nevada thing. So when he's sitting across from Junior and Junior's like, yeah, the Duncans, this, and this. And this man also knew. So you mad about Vegas knowing that Donna was your mother, but you're not mad at Alejandro for knowing, because Alejandro ass ain't tell you either. This is, one, Junior, you piss me off because you're picking and choosing who to be mad at, and you don't get to do that. If you're going to be mad about a thing, be mad about a thing across the board. But then two, it didn't feel real for Alejandro's character, because would Alejandro get in business or go into a circumstance where somebody is clearly double crossing their family after being so pissed and butthurt about how Consuela set him up? That part don't feel real to me, and we can definitely like unpack that a little bit more. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section down below about that particular statement. But I'm still like grappling and like processing that. But ultimately, Junior gets Alejandro to come to the table. Whatever. At said table, he stands up for Donna, putting Donna in a position where she now is going to have to go kill Ruby to prove herself. That whole shit is a mess, because she's going to end up dead going up against Orlando trying to take out Ruby. Like, that's already that. At the table is Alexander, it's Antonio, brother minister. Sir, Ariana, what are you doing here? I could not understand for the life of me how they flipped that man. But okay. Who else is at the table? Alejandro, Dominique, Junior, Donna. A bunch of goofies sitting around doing goofy shit. I'm also wondering, so we walking away from the table with LC. Where y'all getting y'all drugs from? Who's y'all's plug? Because the Junior don't have a plug, but y'all want him to be the leader. It takes a Duncan to take down a Duncan. It's giving y'all still don't got a goddamn plan. Y'all getting together and y'all having little meetings and throwing y'all hands in a circle thinking that's going to do something. It's not going to do a damn thing. Talking about Donna, she's tasked with killing Ruby by the end of the episode. She visits Larry, which Mimi was just talking about, and I'm going to bring you back up here so that you can expound upon that. I thought that the Donna going to go see about Larry initially to recruit him to the table. But ultimately, I think that she's going to keep this in her back pocket, because part of me really feels, and I don't know if this is me just trying not to believe that Donna is as bad as she is. Part of me feels like Donna is going to be positioned to flip because of the outright disrespect that Antonio has been giving her thus far, and things not actually going how Dominique actually has spoken about, I think, with them having so many disagreements. I think Larry is going to be an ace in the hole, a thing she can keep in her back pocket to pivot very quickly and very easily and navigate out of it. So I think that there's a lot more to that particular moment of her not killing Larry, having a little moment, a little exchange. Larry saying, I'm not going to help you take out LC, but he did acknowledge that they family. And, you know, he ain't going to go try to kill her. So there's that. And she agrees to unalive that. And I mentioned the other part before. So those are all the little beats, the major beats about Junior and Donna. I'm about to read some of the stuff in the chat. Kofi, Mimi, or anybody else who wants to join and talk about Junior, this goofy ass alliance that they have built and them trying to go up against the Duncans and the table. You can call in to the Discord. I just re-put the link in the chat for y'all. Tori says Larry showed up unannounced at Donna's house last season. Donna returned the favor, making a surprise visit to Larry. Yep, she definitely returned the favor. Junior and his mama so annoying, Kimberly. Very much so. But part of me feels like, and I don't know, I feel like it's probably the Lisa Ray of it all. It's definitely the Lisa Ray of it all. Because I feel like Donna is in a position, I can like forgive Donna, I think, a little bit more easily than I can forgive Junior. And it's probably because Donna has been in this position of like animosity as it pertains to the Duncans, or specifically Chippy. And now we have further context as to why, and I understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can completely understand it. Junior, I don't understand what the hell he's doing. And Donna hasn't gone too far just yet. She has definitely been self-serving. She has definitely been selfish, but she hasn't gone too far as in my eyes. Tori says Dominique seems shady by having her side dude when not divorced from Alexander. Hello. And Alexander seems like he's timing up for Antonio's ass. Y'all's whole table, i.e. the alliance, is shaky AF. Because the moment that y'all get any win, or Alexander gets an idea or a moment to be able to take out Antonio, he gonna do it specifically to get her back. Donna is now gonna be on Antonio's ass, as well as Alejandro, because they got nothing but untoward words. Junior is going back whatever his mama want to do and protect her ass. Brother Minister is only halfway in. This is shaky at best. Y'all don't even like each other. Y'all look stupid. How you mad your brothers ain't tell you when you ain't mad at your mama? Hello. That's the question, Smarty. That's the question. Tori said, Chippy married LC. Donna married LC's brother Lou years ago. Donna seems to be leaving out a story to tell Junior. Hello. Travis is going to try to be the plug. I don't know who Travis is. No book spoilers. I don't know who Travis is. That might not be a book spoiler. I'm just saying I don't know what that is or who that is. Tori says Alejandro lost his son Miguel in season 1 over Duncan drama. Duncan's take Duncan line used by Larry last season. Junior isn't ready for the new table meeting, period. And I got that, but Alejandro also seemed like he let the whole his son thing go. So I just didn't understand it. He feels like a much more stand-up guy than this. MJ 3009, hey boo, welcome in, says Donna is as bad as it seems, at least in the book. Okay. No book spoilers here, but thank you so much for that comment. Virgo Queen says Junior is going to fail miserably, and I can't wait because he working on my nerves, acting like he's a kid. He was a head of security and not at the table for a reason. He also, and I'm gonna bring Angela, Kofi, and Mimi, come on back in, boo, because we're talking about Junior and Donna now. He also seemed like he enjoyed his position and the freedom that he had. Because you were where you were at, and because you weren't Orlando, you could actually fall in love with a Sonya. You had more time and more space to do what you wanted to do. You even got to run your ass off to the Bahamas behind your love, Junior. So stop playing in my face trying to make it seem like your family has mistreated you and abused you for years, and all your life you had to fight when you seemed perfectly equally yoked in the position that you was in. And now all of a sudden, I wanted a dynasty. When? We have not seen you want a dynasty yet. Hell, Orlando seemingly puts in more work than you, and he don't even want a damn dynasty. So, like, when did these dreams actually come about? At the same time your goofy ass mama Donna told you the truth that she was your mama? Because it's giving these dreams was implanted into your brain all of 6 seconds ago, and now you want to ride like you've been dreaming this your whole goddamn life, and your father been holding your dreams away from you like dangling the carrot in front of you, and that is not the goddamn truth. You're full of shit, Junior. Hey, y'all.
Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all?
Welcome back in. Go ahead and sound off about Junior. I done got mine off.
I mean, Junior, where's the loyalty, my guy? Like, this is your family. And, I don't know, the one part that really got me was the fact that Antonio went to brother minister. Like, brother minister is supposed to be down with the Duncans, so I don't know why he co-signing this goofy, like, explain that to me.
It makes no sense to me. None at all.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Like, it was, like, I'm like, what could, brother minister, I think, out of everybody, was the most confusing person. Unless he's just afraid, or he's gonna be the Benedict Arnold, like, get in, let LC know what's going on, or something like that.
Okay, I can see that.
Because there was no reason for him to really join. like Kofi said, like, they had no beef.
Yeah. Angela?
And then, like I was saying with Alejandro, I'm like, y'all squash y'all beef. So why, like, you still mad? And I'm like, you're mad at something LC had nothing to do with. He did not make Vegas sleep with Consuelo. And it was like a trauma bond at best, from what they described it as.
Yep.
So, like, why are you like, because I'm like, I would have got if it was for the money. But then before he answered, he was like,
I got enough about money.
I have. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, the only people that I could understand is Dash and Cora, because he bought Cora international.
Yep.
Only 2 people that make sense, and Donna's mad at them about her daughter. I was like, she's more worried about getting revenge for Sasha than she actually is being Junior's mother.
Clock it. And I can't wait for Junior to realize that. Like, cannot wait. Angela, you want to jump in?
So,
can you hear us, boo? Kofi, you about to say something?
I agree. Like, Junior just doesn't see he's just a means to an end, bro. Like I don't understand. Like, and Erica, I agree with you. Like, that conversation, LC and Chippy need to pull up to his crib and tell him what it is and what it ain't, because this is getting ridiculous.
It
then
really
again,
is.
maybe with Vegas telling, because I know we didn't see Vegas in this episode, but we saw Vegas in the last episode, call Pops and say, Pops, we got a problem. So will LC get to the point where Junior's persona non grata and be like, okay, I'm not saying he would disown him, but is it to the point where we can't trust him no more, so we consider him an enemy? I don't know. It could get there. Like, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. It's a mess.
Angela, try to come back in, boo. But keep going.
And when he was, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you good. Go ahead.
May I say, when Junior was in Mexico, Alejandro, and he said, "Why are you mad?" At LT, and he actually, I was like, does he hear himself? He sounds like a child.
He really does.
My mother ain't my mother. My auntie is my mother. I was like, okay. Well, I know that, but like he was looking like, oh, okay.
And where's that damn same smoke you had for Vegas when Vegas said, "Yeah, I knew"? Where's that smoke at? Because Alejandro looking at you like, "Okay, they told you now, great." But what does that have to do with me?
Yeah, that's what family is. Like, go ahead.
Erica, it seems like to me, as I was trying, I don't think y'all could hear me, but with that round table, LC is outsmarted every single one of them. Or something happened to one of their family members. So when I heard it takes a Duncan to take out a Duncan, I think it's to hurt LC by taking out Junior. It has nothing to do with him being the leader because of the fact they're pushing Donna and making her look bad, right? So that's going to fuel that fire for him to accept his new mommy. And he's going to be the one that's going to be put on the table. Cause he's looking crazy. He gets the biggest idiot award to me because he's taking his stuff out on the wrong people. Like I said last week, I could see if he was not a Duncan, period.
Yep.
He's a Duncan. Like, so what? People knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. And they're all like-minded because they're all stupid. Every single one of them sitting at that table. And Donna, she probably blew through that $5 million that Luce gave her, plus whatever Sasha left.
Well, Sasha left everything. Sasha had like over 300 million or something like that. When you add up the property and the cars and the money and everything. So I think that she's sitting pretty now that she has Sasha's money.
But I just, is Donna. I feel like she's doing something underhandedly.
I'm hoping she's doing something underhandedly. Oh, you talking about, I'm hoping that I just need her to like, I don't know, because thus far, right, in the first 4 seasons, from what I gathered, yes, she got beef with Chippy, but at the end of the day, they family. Yes, she keep her distance, but at the end of the day, they family. So, like, you see her do a couple things, but then she always, like, pulls herself back to a certain extent, or, like, has some type of humanizing moment where she registers, like, but at the end of the day, I'm a Duncan, y'all Duncans. So they might piss me off, but we family. And I'm just praying that manifests. Because for me, what I'm hearing is, like, she wants more business. She wants to be a boss, maybe. She wants to be included. And that's something that the Duncans didn't ever really do. She's always been off to the side and didn't really include her, which I think makes it beautiful in, like, having that particular layer for her character. Because quiet as kept, all LC got to do is apologize and promote Junior, bring Donna in and give her a goddamn seat at the table, give Brother Minister whatever the hell he wants, because I don't even know what the hell he wants, hand Consuela's ass back over to Alejandro, and now y'all's alliance is broken. All LC really got to do is address these quote-unquote grievances, because these people low-key, like, the wildest part about this whole thing is the only 3 people who actually have issue with LC, like, in a real way, are Antonio, Alexander, and Dominique. The rest of y'all really do love LC. Y'all really have, like, deep relationships and have formed deep feelings with this man. Y'all might feel over and have animosity in this moment, but there is really deep love there. So all he really got to do is address it, and then that creates like a crack to me in reference to this new shit that y'all building. Because quiet as kept, all of this is giving, I really just want to be down, and I don't like that you ain't including me in the way I want to be included. Is that just me?
Yeah, but they're not even. Yeah, but it's not. They're not even doing a new blueprint. They're taking an old and putting a face to it. So these alliances, that's why I'm like, y'all are all just ignorant. Junior should have stopped and thought and said, I wasn't put in leadership. I had to beg my daddy to tell him what I wanted to do. He gives me the job. I can't perform the job because you found out that your mama is not your birth mama. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not
But you want to lead a
clicking.
dynasty.
You can't lead yourself out of the garage.
Elsie just forgave his brother for kidnapping him. Elsie just freaking forgave his brother for kidnapping him, pumping him full of drugs, and physically, mentally, and emotionally abusing him in a goddamn nut house. And you crying about your mama ain't your mama? You could never lead anybody. Stop it, Junior. Stop it.
Junior, you were muffled for a reason, babe.
Oh, Mimi, hold on. Say it again. It's a little muffled, boo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it sounds a little underwater. But I can understand now better.
Saying, Junior, you were bronze and not brains for a reason, babe.
Ah, that part. Bronze and not brains. Yeah. Understand? And listen, I have said that about other Duncans. Q Rio. Y'all have y'all places. Like, y'all play y'all position. That's what makes this thing work so beautifully. When a cog want to be a peg, when a screw want to be a nail, like, that's when shit starts to go wrong. Play your goddamn position. And go home to your goddamn wife and child.
Rio was in his element this episode. That's where you did that.
That's where he need to be. Continue to do that. That's exactly where he need to be.
Just needs to accept, but they just need to accept their role.
Everybody got their role. Vegas, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's the combination of everything. Orlando is the shooter. Rio's the party guy. Paris is another certified shooter. Junior is the muscle. Lil Vegas is the hacker. Like, everybody has their role. So, like, I don't understand what's going on here, bro. Like, for real. It's getting...
The problems happen when you try to swerve out of your lane and into somebody else's.
Exactly. But I just thought about when Junior and Orlando, I think it was like last season or whatever, and Orlando had taken that phone call, and somebody had gotten away or whatever. And Junior was like, well, what were you doing? Like, what happened? And then it kind of like dawned on him, like 5 or 10 minutes later, that it's like, oh, you were on your phone. He can't lead nobody. Donna, he so wants to be loved.
He was loved. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Like, Junior
what I think how we classify what love is not what he's thinking love is. Love but I to him is probably
on that though, because I feel like that's what made him so like enraptured with Sonya to begin with. Like, he fell for her and it fell hard, and it was the love that like kept pulling him in and like kept him there. So part of me feels like I could understand his character making the decisions that he's making this season better if he did not have Sonya. But the fact that you actually have a perspective of love, you literally, at the moment that you find out this one thing about your family, you are at the precipice of starting your own family. I don't understand why you're doing this, because if anything, it should have pushed you to take Sonya's ass and go seclude from every goddamn body, including Donna, versus leaving Sonya's ass, the one who has loved you in the way that you have wanted from the beginning of y'all's relationship. That part doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. You know what love, you've experienced it. You haven't gotten the love that you thought from this thing, but you've gotten it from her.
But being a black sheep of the family,
he's not the black sheep though. When has he ever been a black sheep?
I think in his mind, you have to look at it from his eyes, because they're not clear. You think about last season when he was talking about with Sonya about trying to move up in the family business, and she was trying to encourage him. Like, this is what you need to do. Bring it before your dad, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And so he could have felt like an outsider.
But even and I went back and he went to his daddy and he said, okay.
Right. But just because he said, okay, the thought process of getting this information and you feel like you're the last to know, I'm not justifying what he's doing by no means. But everybody's known this secret and nobody shared it with you, and it's about you, right?
But
So
why
you
behind that is because they love him so much they didn't want to hurt him. That is the why. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but the why behind them withholding is because you try to protect those you love.
but
Like
he doesn't
they
understand
are,
that.
they are allowing him to be upset with them, not knowing the full story of why Chippy was his mother all those years. They haven't even
But
told him that part, but to spare him, because that's gonna break him down even more once he finds that part out, because he's gonna find it out.
And to me, that
he
part
is, and he's
is
gonna
the
look
part that makes
stupid.
it, that's the part that makes it like solidify like you're not actually capable of being a leader and or a boss, because a boss has to think about those questions and ask those questions. You stop short at all the surface level questions and ask no questions of why, are looking at no perspective of like, damn, they actually, while Orlando has shown up and Vegas has shown up, Chippy and LC has kind of given me space. Is it because they don't love me, or is it because something else? Is there
Mhm.
more to the story? Like, let me get, like, you ain't doing none of those things. You are literally just in your like inner child hurt trauma, cool, and leading from there. But then you also want to be banging on your chest screaming about how you deserve a goddamn dynasty. Pick a struggle. You either gonna allow your
Yeah,
inner
but
child to run
Donna,
wild, or you're gonna be a damn boss, a grown ass man, and unpack your goddamn feelings, hold people accountable for the hurt that they gave you, and then move forward. You can't be both. You cannot be a child and also be a boss and the leader of a goddamn dynasty.
And if
and
I
I
have,
get it, but go
oh, I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, take Nevada for example. He didn't act a fool when he found out that Consuelo was his mother, and nobody told him that that was his mom. Like, I mean, granted, he was a child. He could have easily
And
have
he also
wilded
didn't
out,
have
but
another. He didn't have no other figure. I think that part
right,
makes it different. He
yeah,
didn't have
but still,
somebody
like, look at
posing
how,
as his mama and then found out that Consuelo was his mama.
yeah. But even that, like,
But he did
the
handle it
whole
much better. So
family,
you're right about that. Yeah.
yeah, his grandparents didn't tell him the truth about his birth parents, but look at how he's been mature about this and is happy just to have his mom back. Like, Junior, I understand. And maybe also it's a little bit of jealousy too because like Donna mentioned in the season finale for last season that all the children are named after cities: Vegas, Paris, Rio, and Orlando. But you're named after LC, Lavernius
That
Coleman
part.
Duncan Jr. Jr. You have his
You
namesake, so
have his
don't. Uh,
name, bro. So like even that, like I went there, I was like, damn, okay, you could be jealous, but you have the nigga's name, bro. These other people are named after American, like not American, but like states and countries and shit. Like, stop, Junior, stop.
you have his name. You
Erica,
are
but Erica,
LC Jr. You are Junior, bro. Like, it's not like they named you Dave or something. Like, you're Junior.
That
Like,
part, Kofi. That
just
part.
but
just
but
doesn't make
but
sense.
Erica, for all we know, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, for all we
No,
know,
you good. You unpacking his
he
mindset.
could
And
he
you
could
allowing us to have a dialogue about it, y'all. Because the way I'm on his ass, I'm not being fully considerate of his character thoughts. So I appreciate you.
so he so he could be a little slow. We don't know,
Now he's slow.
right? And again, I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
because of the fact Donna is coming to him with, she's been sprinkling this, trying to push him to be more and be something that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I go back and I've rewatched those other seasons, she's been sprinkling him with stuff over the course of the years that they've been on. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have somebody who's manipulative and a narcissist, right?
Yeah.
You're going to believe them because they're going to gaslight you.
Right.
She puts him in the suit. Oh, you look just so handsome. Your daddy could wear a suit like that. But see, she didn't. I guarantee you that when they were doing that story, we were seeing mostly Chippy's version and a sprinkle of Donna's
Yeah.
version.
Yep.
Don is not saying your dad didn't want to marry me. It was he just left me. I guarantee you. She tried to make it seem like, well, they just wanted to take you away from me.
Yep. I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? And so because he's slow, slower than the rest of them, right? That would be difficult, especially as a child.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't always want to say it. We know when we're different than the rest of the family. And that person is usually known as the black sheep, right? So, looking at the child mind, everybody is named after a state or country or whatever, right?
Yep.
But I'm named after my dad. Like, we see it as a badge of honor. He's looking at it, that's a little strange because all it takes is that little birdie to say, you just named after your daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not a part.
And I think that's more of a
1 second,
distinct
Kofi. Hold on,
honor
real quick.
than
Hold the
people
thought, real quick, Kofi. Virgo Queen posted a comment. I want to read it out. It says, "Junior act like he grew up horrible when he had the best life, cars, money, nice houses, and then you grew up with your dad and siblings. Chippy didn't treat him any different the way he making it seem." Go ahead, Kofi.
I'm just saying, you have your dad's name. That's more of a distinct honor than the other names. No disrespect to Orlando or Vegas or Paris or Rio or Nevada, but you are a junior. Like when like I'm gonna bring it to real life. Like Bronny James, he is LeBron Ramon James Jr. Like that is a honor, bro. Like, dude, it's like it's whole. That means your dad thinks like you are going to be me. Like you have the distinct honor of having my namesake.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't understand. I wish we would have gotten
Yeah.
a little bit more jealousy tidbits
Me
in
too,
earlier
Kofi.
seasons. Then maybe
Me too.
could rationalize his behavior.
He
But
was
because of
always
he
so
got this
upbeat. Like if they would have given us more
and
jealousy,
calm,
they would have been able, like they could have built this up more and it would have made so much more sense once we got here because it would have given an additional side to like the upbeat, like I'm good, like life is good, I'm not asking for too much. He very much so. When we see Paris and Rio being wild and crazy, Orlando, even him, I feel like he's wild and crazy because what's the prostitutes about? Like fall in love and stop being simple, please. But Junior was just seemingly so well adjusted aside from very much so LeBron. He not asking for too much. He not doing too much and he's content. That's what he gave. So now y'all want to hit us with he been jealous this whole time. And I'm like, where? Out of all of them, I would
I
have
don't
picked
think,
Junior's position.
but see, I wouldn't think of it as jealousy, but when you go back and hopefully they'll unpack this, but with him being a child, he may have glimpses of stuff. He might not be able to verbally remember it. You know what I'm saying? But his body's feeling it. So when we say, oh, he's named after his dad, that's an honor. He could have been looking like something's wrong with me. I'm different. And you don't know what he's remembering from the past.
Right.
Because Donna's been manipulative from day one. She could have been saying stuff to him over the course of years and we didn't know it. Because you think about when she had brought him to the table and she was talking to him about marrying Sonia. She was dropping gems then that weren't good. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
And so now we're looking at this boy done flipped out and it's not making sense. Donna's sneaky.
Yeah, she is.
And for all we know, she could have been dipping out on Lou and leaving Junior there to fend for himself. You see what I'm saying? Or had been doing drugs. Because remember, Chippy, they had mentioned last season, I think, or maybe it was the first season. Chippy is the one who got LC into the drug business.
Well, that doesn't make sense based on the flashback.
Well, the
'Cause
flashback, they were doing jobs for Big Sam. They didn't necessarily say it was drug related jobs. So that could have been robbing. It could have been, stealing cars. It could have been
in
breaking
my
and entering.
he did have a Venus. It could have been cars because
Yeah.
LC had driving a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Right, because he was doing some work for that guy
Big Sam.
Sam.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. And then he had mentioned in the first season, Chippy got him in the drug business. So
Gotcha.
you think about Donna trying to understand why he done moved after the prostitute. Now they done brought in money. And you think about she came from a more wealthier family.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't she do it for him? You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. And they have a lot of places they can go and explore for sure
But
with
are
I'm
they
that.
gonna
just
go?
waiting for the shoe to
That's the
drop
question.
about why LC and Don had to take, or LC and Chip had to take Junior away from Don. I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop.
Me too.
I'm just waiting for it.
Mhm.
Child, me too.
I feel
Uh,
like back to the original before we went down in dialogue. I think it's not love. I think it's respect.
For
He
who?
wanted the uh Junior wanted the same respect of his siblings. It wasn't love though. Like he was loved, and he knows love. Like he went
Mm.
from a loving home. Like he fell in love. Like so, I don't. I disagree that it was he didn't feel love. I
Yeah.
don't. I think respect and love and respect are two separate things. I think he wanted the respect and the admiration that his like because the way LC spoke about Vegas, like the sacrifice he made for the family,
Yeah.
and then Orlando being his right hand, while Vegas was serving his time, like that respect and admiration. I think that's what he wanted that affirmation from his his father, from his family. But I don't think love. He had enough of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
My
see
take.
it as yeah, but
I
I
like
see
that.
it
I like that.
as
I
some
don't care
people
what nobody
don't.
says.
Hold on, Kofi.
I
Let
don't care what
Angela
nobody
say.
says.
Let Angela go and then
Oh,
you.
sorry.
So for me, yeah, the family's been there. And I understand how y'all can see that as love, but sometimes people can't articulate true meanings of what words are. Does that make sense? Because
It's
that
a little bit vague. I
admiration,
understand. I understand it in concept. I think the respect
Yeah.
thing is important because in addition to like what we can look and see and assess in reference to the family dynamic, it feels like love. Chippy specifically as a character leans in with love.
mhm,
So I could totally see the respect being a little bit off and him wanting that more because I don't think that he went without love. Chippy didn't treat him any differently, and she literally led with that. She is low key the heart of the family. So like it's more
yes.
like saying that like yes there could be things that you could have been missing. It could be little potholes in your story as a child and little traumatic moments, especially because you were the first, so you were early
Mhm.
on and they didn't know what they was doing. Yes, true. But knowing who Chippy is as a character, he did not get anything less than what everybody else got, and there was plenty others, but you the only one who got issue. I don't think it's with the love when I really start to unpack it, because
And
there is a bigger
Yeah,
difference in, I guess, respect and regard. And honestly, that part feels more perceived than anything, because you're assessing respect level in I'm saying you're in reference to like Junior. You're assigning respect level to levels within y'all's business. Nobody actually was disrespecting you. Nobody was actually dismissing you. Like, people came to you for what the hell your job was, which seems like they respect you to me. But that's just me.
but I don't think his self-esteem,
Right.
I don't think his self-esteem is as well, because you look at if you look at the whole body type, you look at the whole body type of the family, right? He's one of the more lighter skinned one, right? He's the buffier one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so many different things that you can like look at that your self-esteem can be knocked.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it won't be love. I'll say it's his self-esteem.
Yeah.
And seeing He looks different. He's different. Chippy loved him. I think she overcompensated with him.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah,
and so
that's
that
true.
that could be some of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
so when you have a low self-esteem, you just can't your vision is going to be tainted
That's true.
versus the rest of the family.
That's true.
I just never saw Junior having. I mean, like in some areas, maybe he doesn't feel as confident, but I don't see. I've never perceived Junior, despite his color or size, as someone with low self esteem.
Did you think that Sasha had low self esteem?
I
Yes,
did.
yes.
Hold on, let her finish real quick. Mimi, what you say?
I believe Sasha did.
You did? You
Because
believe
but
she did?
yeah,
I think that
and
they
I'm
are
like,
two sides of that coin. Honestly, they might be in different packages, but I feel like they are two sides of that same coin in reference to self esteem.
and I think, but like, and I think Sasha's came from a negative reinforcement from Donna because she was a daddy's girl. So it really like that, like being raised by Donna, I think kind of perpetuated her, like affected her esteem. So I said I understand. I just never perceived it's just something to chew on in terms of Junior. Um,
And
I just
honestly,
never.
y'all, since we really here, because this is making me think so much, right? And I love my lives for this. I love my lives because we get to unpack. You just said something that's really powerful to me. You feel like Sasha's lack of self esteem or low self esteem came from being raised by Donna.
Mhm.
Could Junior's come from not being raised by Donna now that he knows? And is he projecting his frustration that he really has for Donna onto everybody else because he's too scared to have it for Donna
Because she'll leave again.
because she will leave again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Because
See,
he
I
just
love unpacking this with y'all, but I don't want to empathize with Junior. I want to stay on his ass, y'all. I want to stay on his
I think
ass.
the answer
Jesus
we
basically,
need to though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they haven't even had sat down. Like he's going off of pure emotion, pure hurt. He hasn't like they haven't sat down and talked about what it looked like. And they're only everybody each side is giving him pieces of not trying to look like the bad guy. And at the same time trying to fair I think more so Donna, she don't want to look like the bad guy. Because there is some shame there.
Yeah.
I know it, but like she puts on the front, and every now and then she'll crack open. But
Yeah.
on the other side of that, it's like they're again, like I was saying earlier, it's sparing his feelings because they love him, so they don't want you don't want to see somebody you love hurt. I
Exactly.
mean, it's almost like you hear in real life, like there are people that are grateful to be adopted, and people that are hurt and spiral from being adopted.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
Mhm.
man, the universe be working because I just finished Unprison. And I don't know if y'all watched it, but go and watch Unprison. It is hilarious, but
Is
such a beautiful season. And that's what they touched on a lot. Like the shame, the guilt, the frustration, the lack of understanding of identity and all of that that's tied to like not knowing who your parents are. And even if you have great parents, if you're subjected to somebody who you feel like don't love you the way that they should, and all of the things in between, it becomes such a layered thing.
it can be, especially when people don't love you the way you want to be loved.
But then
You see
also
what I'm
when you
saying?
don't even know how you want to be loved, when you can't, like we were like you was mentioning before with various parts when you were speaking, Angela, of like it's harmful for yourself when you can't name the thing, when you can't articulate the thing. It's something, but you can't put your finger on it, you can't put a name to it, so you can't ever really address it. And in a not being able to address it, you can't ask for it, you can't require it of others, and then they can't give it to you because nobody knows what this thing is.
Exactly. And
Child.
you know what? I think he senses that Sonya's pregnant, and because of that, he doesn't know how to be a father. This is just tripping him all the way out.
Ooh. See,
I just nah. I want to be on his head. He's just being ignorant. Like nah. Like he won't even let that woman get 10 seconds. And I'll be like, Sonya, if you don't spit it out, because you only got 10 seconds on the line, you gotta spit it out and get it over with, and stop letting this man hang up in your face.
Oh, that part. That part.
I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna tell you, I would rather him get in his situationships than to add an extra layer of stress on her.
Hell
Does
no,
that make
Angela.
sense?
Hell to the no.
I,
Hell
now, I
to the no.
listen. I'm saying situationship. I'm not saying for him to be out here sleeping with
That's what he
somebody. I'm not
doing.
saying
That's
that.
what a situationship is.
I don't
I don't like
want
them situationships. I need him to go and deal with his mama situationship. That's what I need.
Situationships are sexual relationships outside your core relationship or something that you ain't trying to claim, but y'all are bumping uglies. He don't need to bump nobody's ugly.
I don't like it. I do not like it at all. He needs to stop. But at the end of the day, Junior is so, when I look at him, he seems so shy to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Not as confident.
So then stop trying to be a boss. You're running from every single responsibility life has blessed you with. And now I'm back on his head. I done had my empathy moment, but now I'm back on your head because he is shy and he is lovable and he is jovial and like complex and it might have all of these damn layers. And of course you have all your damn feelings, but you also run around here screaming that you want a goddamn dynasty, but you run from every bit of responsibility that has ever been laid at your goddamn feet. Enough, Junior. Enough.
And Donna,
but he got left. But he got left.
What you say, Mimi?
I said dynasties require also legacy. He won't even give his wife 30 minutes on the phone.
Hello.
So she's pregnant.
We back.
You dynasty so that you can create legacy. And he won't even talk to his wife who did absolutely nothing to him.
We back. We back. All we had to do was bring up Sonya because I'm back on his ass.
But think about it. We always hurt the people that we love the most.
We do, and it sucks. It sucks so bad.
And you know, and again, and you know what? And I just thought about it. With him pushing Sonya away, he could be trying to see if she's really gonna stay. You know how like you'll say leave, but you don't want them to leave. You really want them to draw closer to you.
I hate it so bad, but yes, I know, and I hate it. I hate it here. No Sasha and Elijah. Sonya can't even get her damn happily ever after. Junior, you were great, and now you're terrible. I hate it here. Niles is half dead. Like, what is going on? Don't mind me, y'all. I'm being dramatic.
No, but I mean, it's true because if you look at every single one of them children, not now one of them has a functional relationship.
That's why Junior was so important. Like, you giving Pinnacle, but then claiming that you're being treated like the bottom of the barrel. You are quite literally giving Beacon of Light. You're capable of having a healthy relationship while your brother can't do nothing but bang prostitutes. Paris is getting her wig split every other day by trying to not be vulnerable. Rio is running after a man who don't want you. Child.
Vegas is locked up.
And Vegas is locked up. And the last love he had was Consuela's goofy ass. Like, you literally, Junior, was like the prototype for like, this is how y'all get y'all shit together. And now all of a sudden you decided to let all your shit go. Child. I'm back on Junior's ass.
But even with Orlando, and I'm sorry for jumping, but even with Orlando, he seems like he just is Chippy's, like, he's a mama's boy, right? And I think it's so interesting how she was a prostitute.
Oh.
And he loved prostitutes.
That is interesting. That is.
I will never.
You did something with that, Angela. You did something. You ate that up. You ate that little wine.
I will never forgive you for body rolling in season 1. Dancing. I will never forgive him for doing that in that scene. I was like, sir, what is happening right now?
What is happening? DeMarcus says that Junior was treating Sonya like LC treated Donna. Ooh. Junior and LC didn't know that Donna and Sonya were pregnant. Child. Well, go ahead and clock it then, DeMarcus.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's good. It's good to be able to see these characters because at some point, I feel like in some point in my life, I had been somewhere in those in betweens with some of those people. You know what I'm saying? Either the way you think, the way you maneuver, or not maneuver, right? And sometimes we think if we do nothing, everything's going to work out.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works.
That's not. That's so true.
And you think about, and then everybody in the family don't care too much for Donna. Yeah. And that's his mom.
Chippy's more of his mom. Chippy's his real mother. I don't care what nobody says. That she loved you.
We don't care what nobody says. You right, Kofi. We don't care what nobody says. Chippy's your damn mama. I don't give a damn what your biological mama say.
Yeah.
I know if I was Junior.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mimi, Kofi, then Angela.
I'm talking about Donna. Like, that was his favorite aunt. Like, she can be your, like, but Chippy is your mom, and Donna's your auntie mom. But, like,
Donna's your auntie mom.
Like, but Chippy is, like, Chippy, it takes special people. Like, shout out to the bonus parents. It takes, like, that healthy relationships with their bonus children. Like, Tippy was amazing to that man. He raised a fine young man, and raised fine children, given where he started.
Yeah.
Like, he can be mad all he wants.
Yeah, but he need to be getting over it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said that table. So before the formation of the alliance, the misogyny had me so nauseous. Coming off of Antonio.
Yeah.
I was sick. Like, dude, I was like, you have got to be sick.
I mean, he lost me because, sir, also, you are very much so spurred by, like, avenging Vinny Dash, and don't nobody give a damn about Vinny Dash. So.
It'd be different if it was the other dad that died.
Right.
But he was a chump and did what he and took Ruby out of spite for Orlando. Like,
Vinny Dash was a dead man walking, and it just finally happened. So, like, cut it out, Antonio. All right, y'all. Y'all want to sound off with y'all's final thoughts?
I'm wondering, is Roman, the storyline with Rio, Roman, and that other guy going to be tied to the spinoff? For family or
yeah. I wonder if y'all got thoughts on that. Post it in the comment section because I have no idea, child. I haven't even thought about the spinoff much.
Because I feel like they're setting breadcrumbs up to kind of connect.
They are for sure. They definitely are.
But I'm like, what storyline are they gonna? That's the thing. I'm thinking, okay, what storyline are they gonna? You know, like this whole thing, like traveling to the south, and then also Willie Styles. I was like, a man named Willie, where does he live? You know? Willie Monroe in New Orleans. I'm like, you know, Niles. So, I'm just kidding. That's the part I'm kidding. I'm looking forward to see how the rest of all this unfolds. How many episodes do you have left?
5.
Oh, let me just speed it up. So I'm trying to see how, like, is it going to be war? Is it going to be by the end of the season? Is it going to carry over? So those are my final thoughts. Like, I think Rio's gonna be a dummy and go find his boy again when he needs to stay in the club. But overall, I enjoyed. It was a solid episode, a solid setup. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it, boo.
I just want everything to like come together because I want to know. I want to know about Chippy and Donna.
Me
That's my
too.
that's what I'm like really focused on right now. Everybody else, they always have this chaos. They'll figure it out. It'll work itself out. But that Donna and Chippy, I need to understand how it's too many gaps for me. I want those gaps filled in.
That's fair.
I second that emotion. I need that other shoe to drop because once Junior doesn't have the full context, he's only getting one side. So we need that other shoe to drop so we can finally understand. And if it's something super egregious, then he's gonna look real stupid for all the foolishness he's been doing with these last few episodes. So that's
For
that's what I
real.
need. Yep.
Period. What you said,
So,
Kofi.
yeah.
Not Team Donna
That's
DeMarcus. Relax. Well, thank y'all so much for sharing y'all's thoughts and making this live fire because this was a great conversation. Like, I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to work on some videos based off some things that like started percolating because of our conversation.
yeah. Yeah, we really dived deep into Junior's psyche in this one, so it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Erica, thank you for letting us do this with you.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful night, y'all.
All
All
right. You
right.
too.
Later.
DeMarcus says, I don't understand how the alliance works with no heat. That's also my question. That's also my concern. Y'all have no plug. How you gonna make this criminal organization work with no plug? Y'all building an alliance around a criminal organization that has no product. Donna, you want to go international with no product, honey. Make it make sense. But we gonna thought I'm probably gonna drop some predictions in a video format very soon. Be on the lookout for my breakdown video for this episode. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this live. We'll be back here next Thursday with a new episode of Carl Weber's The Family Business live after show. Shout out to Kofi, shout out to Mimi, shout out to Angela for joining me in the Discord. Y'all, if you haven't already, join the Discord. It's free 99, child. And that is the way that you can call in and be able to chop it up and join the calls with me. I absolutely adore being able to have these conversations and be able to speak to y'all. The chat is fine, but if you want to speak, you can speak. Join the Discord. I will update the description box and put the link down there for y'all as well, or you can check the chat if you're watching this on replay. It's Sugar Sis. You let her talk TV with, and I'm going to see you on my next one. Good night.